The world's reincarnation, Charya, the rule of three lays we have established Nicoism, is a branch of Terry Pratchett's Narrativium that calls upon Nico's understanding and training in professional wrestling. Because Nico sees professional wrestling as a form of physical theatre or an expression of storytelling done in a pseudo-combat environment, the rule of three is one of the staple principles of Nicoism. The rule of three is a poetry convention that dictates that things are more palatable and easily digestible and pleasurable to the listener when they come in groups of threes. How this translates to a wrestling match is simple. A standard match should always contain three parts: beginning, middle, and an end. The beginning is the baby shine. The baby shine is where the good guy, aka babyface, shows that he is naturally superior to the bad guy, aka heel. This can be achieved either by the babyface overpowering the heel, outpacing the heel, or getting more cheers than the heel from the crowd. Whatever of those three methods you use, you then have to break it up into three smaller parts. So for example, if the babyface is more powerful than the heel, when the babyface and heel will lock up, the babyface will push the heel into the corner. Then the heel will protest to the referee that the babyface was pulling his hair. The second time the babyface will push the heel into another corner again, and the heel doth contest to the referee, but the babyface makes a clean break. The third time the babyface powers the heel into a third corner, the heel contests, and the babyface makes a clean break and puts his hands in the air. But then the heel will kick him in the leg and take control of the match via these underhand tactics. So as you can see, those three parts were not exclusively babyface shine, because it ended with the heel on the upper hand in the very last moment of the spot. This is called a cut-off, and is basically the overlapping of the baby shine into the next chapter of the match, the heel heat. The heel heat is unlike the baby shine, but is still separated into three parts, just like atoms, waves, and consciousness in quantum physics, or the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in Christianity. The three parts of the standard wrestling match represent different aspects of the overall experience. The Father is the heel, the baby face is the Son, and the Holy Spirit is the crowd in attendance or watching it at home. So if God created a world whereby there was an apple in it capable of turning his trust of Adam and Eve, then God is the heel. If Jesus is the Son suffering to save his brothers and sisters, then the Holy Spirit is the crowd whose chants can affect the outcome and morale of either the heel or the baby face. The heel heat is like the Holy Spirit, and equally like waves in quantum physics, because it is longer than the baby shine, and involves the heel doing slower moves and cheap tactics to incense the Holy Spirit into investing emotionally in the clash between good and evil being presented before them. The baby shine can be viewed as three bright rocks on the sand of the beach, but then the tide comes and sweeps the third rock away and carries it up on top of the mountain, poking out onto the middle of the sea. The heel heat can be viewed as a body of water, with three mountain peaks poking out far away from each other. These mountain peaks are called hope spots. For example, for his heat, the heel has been kicking the babyface's leg, then he gets the babyface in a leg lock and starts shouting at the referee to ask the babyface if he wants to submit. The babyface would rally up the crowd and start punching the heel in the face until the heel lets go of the hold. The babyface would then struggle up to his feet and get to his feet before the heel even does. Then the babyface would tell the crowd he is about to hit his big power move. The babyface would get the heel over his shoulder and be about to deliver his powerful move until his legs give way and buckle under the weight, causing him to fall. Then the heel would start beating him up some more, ending the first hope spot and continuing the heel heat. The heel heat continues in this fashion until the third hope spot, whereby, for example, the heel will pull the babyface's knee pad down, then climb to the top rope and come flying down, with a knee drop targeted at the babyface's weakened leg. But at the last moment, the babyface rolls out of the way and the heel crashes and burns. The crowd will then become feverish as the babyface rises to his feet to lead us into the final chapter of the match, the comeback. The comeback is simple. It is the fruition and realization of the first chapter, the babyface shine, whereby we see the babyface display his superiority to the heel, whilst also releasing the pent-up tension from the slow drawn-out heel heat. The comeback sees the babyface hit 3 big moves on the heel, whilst fighting through the pain in his leg, spurred on by the crowd, and eventually pin him for the 1.2.3 count, ending the match.